Does downsizing a home really save money? That's a question puzzling many empty nesters, retirees, seniors, those in the minimalist movement, or families who have purchased a home with too big of a mortgage payment. So, what's the answer? Like most things, downsizing your home to save money and time comes with unexpected benefits and trade offs. And we're going to discuss these benefits and trade offs starting right now. Hello, I'm your host, Bob WEIBRECHT, Missouri licensed realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty Gundaker in St. Louis, Missouri since 2002. The benefits are that typically a downsized home does save money by lessening the financial burden of making all those payments to the mortgage, the utilities, the real estate property taxes, homeowners insurance, and yard and maintenance expenses, just to mention a few. Some things you could do with the extra money available after downsizing would be: one, put it towards paying off debt. Do this by increasing the amount paid to the debt each month. Two, put more towards your retirement fund. Set aside a certain amount of savings to fund your retirement, or maybe be able to move your retirement date closer. Three, fund a child or a grandchild's education, or maybe take those educational classes for yourself that you've been putting off for so long. Four, pay off your mortgage if you have one after downsizing. Depending on the amount of the net proceeds after selling your home, that is, how much is left after selling expenses are paid, and the cost of buying your new home, you may find out that you could pay cash for your new home. What could you do with no mortgage payment? And five, invest. While you may be tempted to enjoy life by buying a new car, boat, recreational equipment, or whatever, take a moment to consider investing for the future. It seems like keeping up with the Joneses movement has caused more people to neglect funding their retirement or investing in funds that could fund their retirement. What are your ideas of what to do with the extra money you would have each month by downsizing your home? This would be a good place to mention that talking with your financial planner, estate planner, or financial advisor might just be in your best interest. I don't profess to be any of these. In addition to saving money, a smaller home can free up time for other activities such as sporting activities and events, traveling, visiting friends and family, reading, writing, or just about anything you wish to do with your newfound spare time. While examining two major savings of time and money in downsizing a house, this amount saved can vary across the country. The trade offs. Downsizing itself is not without its expenses, and depending on your situation, you may incur other expenses. A common expense of moving, say, from a four-bedroom house to a two-bedroom home is: what do you do with the extra stuff? If selling, giving away, or trashing are not viable options, then it comes to the storage expense, say in a self storage unit, if you're unable to find generous friends with enough storage for you. Of course, like the savings just described, storage costs can vary greatly. However, the storage cost added to the expense of a smaller home in most cases will be less than paying the mortgage for a larger home. For example, a standard 10-foot by 10-foot storage unit is about $130 a month. According to a major storage company's website, a 10 by 10 by 8 unit can store up to two full bedrooms or up to three rooms of items. I suppose it depends on how good you are at packing and organizing. If you noticed, I did not say sell it yourself and save the commission of the agent. Is it because I'm a real estate professional who earns his living on commission? No, that's not the reason, and I may be accused of neglect if I didn't say this. Studies have shown that having a real estate professional can: one, avoid against emotional sales. Having an agent keeps the seller one step removed from the transaction while keeping them from making a mistake in overpricing, feeling offended due to a low offer, feeling rejected, or just simply wondering what's wrong with their home when the buyer's agent tells them their client is simply not interested in their home, or giving in to buyer demands due to a deadline they have to meet. The agent can handle all the marketing and showings. After all, selling a home is a full time job. The agent, through their marketing programs, can expose your home to more qualified buyers and their agents than a for sale by owner ever could. And this is through their network and multiple listing service affiliations. To compare, once you have paid for the expense of marketing your home by owner, you just never know when a buyer is going to call to schedule a showing for your home. It could be just about any time of the day or night. Can you accommodate their showing request? Does it mean you're going to have to take off work to rush home just to find out the buyer is late or has decided to cancel without bothering to let you know? What about qualifying the buyer so you're not showing your home to someone who just can't afford it? And I'm sorry to have to say this, there is some security risk of letting an unknown person or persons into your home. Three, having an agent can net you more money even after paying their commission. Are you aware that a selling by owner typically leads to lower sales price? According to the 2020 National Association of Realtors for Sell by Owner, or FSBO as they're called, sold for a medium sales price of $217,900, and agent assistant sales had a median sales price of $242,300. That's a difference of $24,400. Even after paying the commission, you will probably come out ahead. Check with your local real estate professional. With home costs varying greatly across the nation, a recent study shows that downsizing from a four-bedroom home in the major metropolitan area of San Francisco to a two-bedroom home in Oakland can save up to $406,600 in the home's value and an estimated tax savings of nearly $3,000 a year. While doing the same downsizing in Phoenix, Arizona to Chandler, Arizona can save you up to $93,000 in the home's value and an estimated tax savings of $460 a year. Yes, real estate property taxes vary by state and local governments. Closer to home in the St. Louis region, this metro area ranks 11th in terms of potential downside savings. For example, the value of a four-bedroom home is about $340,000, while a two-bedroom home is about $140,000. This makes the St. Louis region metropolitan area have the largest gap between these two home styles of about 141% or $200,000 difference in value. Combine that with an estimated tax savings of $2,300 a year. Quite the savings, wouldn't you agree? What benefits would you have by downsizing to a smaller home besides saving time and money? It would provide you with a new lifestyle. You can move closer to family and friends, see the grandkids more often. It would give you time to take up a new hobby, catch up on your reading or movie list. The sky's the limit on what you can do with your new lifestyle. Did you know that you should apply for a home loan before selling your home, even if you plan on renting? Click right up here because I made a video called Downsizing Your Home. Apply for a home loan now. I hope you find it useful and informative. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below to tell me if you're considering downsizing to save money, and share it with a friend. Click the subscribe button to be notified as I post a new video every Wednesday about living in the St. Louis region. And as always, make it a great day.